everyone, welcome to Pearl's Kitchen. Faith is evidence of things unseen. Amen. Today I'm going to show you a very easy and simple recipe, and it's called Poori Sabji. Now this in India for the very poor people would be considered as a treat, because normally they just live on dal and chapatti every day because that's all they can afford. But I've seen my maids in India, whenever they make Poori Sabji, they say, oh, my husband got his salary today. So I'm going to make this because I've eaten it when they made it. It's really, really delicious. And the ingredients that we need: in the karai, I've got 1 ladle spoon of oil, and we'll need extra oil for the puris to fry. And in here I've got 1 teaspoon of jeera seeds and 4 green chillies. If you don't want it too hot, just put 2. And in here I've got half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, that's haldi, half a teaspoon of jeera powder, that's cumin powder, half a teaspoon of garam masala. I've got 1 teaspoon of red chilli powder and 1 teaspoon of Kashmiri mirch, that's for color, and 1.5 teaspoon of dhania powder, that's coriander powder. I've got 3 medium-sized tomatoes that I've chopped. We'll need some coriander. And now this is made with potatoes. So you need to boil the potatoes. 95% of the potatoes boil. So leave a little undone. So undercooked. So I've got, I peeled it and cut it and then boiled it. But you can boil it whole and then cut it, whichever one you want to do. So that's 500 grams of potato. Those were 4 medium potatoes. That's for the vegetable. We'll need salt as well. And for the puris, I've got chapatti flour, that's atta, and I've got 250 grams of atta in here. We'll also need to add salt in it. And I've got 2 tablespoons of melted ghee that will go in here. And we'll need some water to make it into a dough. Okay, to begin with, as soon as your oil gets hot, you put the cumin seed. Okay, and the minute it starts splatting around, you put the green chilies. Now put the gas slow and you put all the masalas. That's why you need to put it slow so the masalas don't burn. Add a little bit of water. And then you add the tomatoes. Now let the tomatoes cook in the masala till the tomatoes are nice and mushy. Okay, I've been frying these tomatoes for the last 3 to 4 minutes. You can see they're mushy now. So we're going to add the potatoes now. And now's the time to add the salt. Say around teaspoon of salt or teaspoon and a half. And now you let the potatoes cook in the masala for another 3 to 4 minutes on medium heat. Keep frying it. Keep frying the potatoes in the tomato. Okay, I've been frying the potatoes in the tomatoes for the last 3 minutes. Now we need to put water for gravy. You can see how much gravy you need. Normally this has a lot of gravy because the potato, when it settles down, the potato soaks it all up. So I've put around 2 cupfuls, so that's 1 steel glass of water. I'll put a little bit more. And now put the lid on this, and now let this cook for between 5 to 7 minutes after it starts boiling. Okay, the aloo sabji has had its 5 minutes. I didn't keep it for 7 minutes, I kept it for 5 minutes because the potatoes were already done. And you can see a lot of gravy in it, that's how it should be. So you put the gas off and now put coriander and then stir it. And then put the rest of the coriander, and that's it. You put the lid back on and now let this rest. Okay, the sabji is done and it's resting, and you can see I put the oil now I put the gas on for the oil, so on a medium flame, so the oil is getting hot. And now we're going to mix the chapati atta for the puris. So that's the 250 grams of atta. This is very, very simple. Just take some salt, say around a teaspoon of salt. Take the 2 tablespoons of ghee and put that in there. Use every bit of ghee. Mix that, and that's it. Just start adding water to make this into a medium dough. You don't want the dough to be too soft and neither too hard. Okay, so I've got a cup of water, a mug of water. Just keep adding. Once you've done the dough, the puris come out very quick. That's it. So I've used around 3/4 of the mug. Okay. So now you just keep kneading this till it's nice and smooth. This should take at least 3 to 4 minutes. Okay, I've been kneading this dough for the last 4 minutes, and that's how it should be. And that's all ready to bail them into puris, roll them out into puris. So I'm going to show you 4 round ones and 4 triangular ones. So you take puri size. Puri size is like a saucer size. That's 2. 3. And that's 4. So for the round puri ones, you need to dip them in a little bit of oil. Put some on the balan as well. And that's it. Okay, it should be round. And you put it there, and then take another one. Try and make them as round as possible. Two. We make this when our guests come, so when they're sitting on the table, then this goes last, because it's lovely when you eat it nice and hot. And children, little children, they actually like it with jam as well. We make this and then give them jam because they don't like the chilies. My children used to have this while we were having it with curry. So that's the 4 round ones. And now for the quarter ones, you just take a bigger piece of dough, and you don't need oil for that, you need flour for that. So like a plate size, and that you just take a knife and cut it in quarters. So we've got 4 round ones and 4 triangular ones. And now we're going to the oil. See if the oil's done. Yes, the oil's done. Don't make sure the oil is not too hot. I think my oil is a bit hot, so I'll let it cool down. I'll see you in a little while. Okay, now that I was waiting for my oil to be on the right temperature, it was too hot, but now it's gone back. I've rolled out of the rest of the puris. So now once you've done that, you just start dropping them into the oil, and they should start coming up. They should all swell up. Then while that one comes up, you put another one, and then gently press. You can keep putting. So that one's come up, then you start pressing this one, put the fourth one. That's come up. Now you press this one. So when all four are nice and swelled up, then you start turning them around. Just turn the first one, turn the second one, and the third one. Leave the fourth one because it went in last. And that's how simple it is to fry the puris. In my house I have to make so many because they just all vanish so quickly, with the food and with jam. So the one that you put first, even though they don't look brown, trust me, they're done. Because when we go for Indian wedding, you see the chef, he's got a huge big frying pan, or whatever, karai they call it, and he puts at least 20 at a time. And his spoon is like 5 times this chara. Hi everyone, as you can see, we lost some of the footage. I don't know how that happened, but the majority of the footage is still here. I didn't want to miss out on this lovely Poori Sabji. It was so delicious. So I hope you can still see the rest of the video. And this is how the Poori Sabji should look like when you serve it. And it's absolutely delicious. So don't forget to share my link with your family and friends. And I shall see you next time with some more delicious cooking.